Hey everybody, we're here for the
What? You're for the
Hey everybody, shut up. Hey everybody, we're here for a new episode of the show that is yet to be named. We're talking the MCU. Comiccon's happening, trailers are out. I'm here with JD, I'm here with Putty. We're gonna go through what's happening in the universe, what's gonna come, Stanley, and tell him, Steve, Dave. So
Hey, that true believers.
we'll start off right at, I guess, what's left to come this year. We'll go through, I guess. You have She-Hulk. I'm gonna watch it. My excitement level is low. I've never been a big fan of the character, so I'll watch it. I might like it, but as for now, excitement levels are low. Then you have the Guardians of the Galaxy special. I don't know if the Groot thing is this year either.
I know there's the holiday. Is it the holiday special?
holiday
Yeah. Okay.
special.
So there's two specials. I mean, Halloween and a holiday. The holiday special actually is canon to Guardians of the Galaxy, and is going to take place between Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So this Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is canon and will take place between both of those.
Okay. So that's good to know. And then there's the I Am Groot show. I don't know when that takes place, but I don't really care.
That's short, and it's just shorts. It's
it's just more shorts because he already has shorts.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're going to talk about Black Panther. The trailer came out today, Wakanda Forever. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the best and most hype I've ever been for a Marvel trailer in the recent era, since maybe
It looks
Endgame.
really, really good.
It looks fantastic. Like,
And
we were very worried about where it was going to go, but you showed me a little Namor butt cheek, and I was happy.
Well, I as soon as I saw the wings on the feet of the baby being born, I was like, that's Namor. Oh my God, they're literally going to show Namor in this trailer. And then, but I love the way they're handling the death of Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa in this, and that we are getting hints of what could be the rivalry between both, the Atlanteans and Wakanda. That's a perfect way to continue this in my eyes, because instead of you're not focusing on Black Panther itself, even though he does appear at the end of the trailer, you're focusing more on a society situation where it's two different countries fighting against each other in a war.
They even adjusted the, I guess, the title font, where before it was Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. Now it's Wakanda Forever, and the thing just says Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yep, exactly.
So I have a couple issues, but before we get there, we got to see Ironheart. Literally creates an Ironheart, and you see it. That was cool. I really like the is it Angela Bassett or Vivica A. Fox?
No, that's Angela Bassett.
Okay, I was gonna say, because they, at this point in their lives, they kind of look the same.
They become the same person.
They're all plastic surgery at this point, but it's her like monologue thing, this little speech that she gave was fantastic. Like, really good. And I just like a lot of things going on. I don't like the way that they're going to try to introduce the Atlanteans, because I feel like it's going to be, oh, everyone embraces the Wakandans, but we're over here and nobody cares about us. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Well, they even established it, because Namor's never really been I don't want to say a nice character, but he's been more of a, because he's such a noble character. He's more forthgoing, I guess is the word I'm looking for. He's more, he's not your typical, ooh, I'm a nice superhero. Is like, no, I'm protecting my thing. And I think that's what they're going here. As Wakanda is they're strong, they're built, and Atlanteans are like, we're strong, we're like, our society is the only thing that matters to us, and we're going to defend it tooth and nail. And I think that's what they're focusing on this, which honestly I think it works, because then you're not really making the Atlanteans seem like they're bad characters. It's just more of, they have their own, it's their world, and they're afraid, because they could even use the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, there's pollution, things that nature that are hurting our wildlife or our creatures.
What I want to know is what they're going to use as the catalyst for these two to go against each other.
I think it's good. That's what it's going to be. Wakanda has come out of the shadows and is now a world superpower, and they're going to feel like the Atlanteans, I'm assuming that's what they're going to be, are going to come out and be like, how come no one's embracing us? We have similar technology, but nobody cares about us. And I think that's what it's going to be. And they're going to attack Wakanda out of jealousy somehow. And it's going to cause a thing. And it's going to be like, we're going to find out that there was an ancient history where the two tribes hated each other. and as they grew, people forgot about it over time. But Namor wants to reignite
Or it was
that
a
rivalry.
split. They were together and there was a split.
That could
maybe.
be it too, right? That could definitely be it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I see too that they're going very like Aztec or Mayan with the imagery of the
Definitely
of the Atlanteans.
Well, okay, we'll move on from that.
Yeah.
So I believe the next thing that comes out after that is Quantumania.
It does actually. Well, before we get into that, I wanted to know if you want to establish because, okay, so Quantumania starts off phase 5. Phase
Okay,
4
don't tell me anything past this, but yes, explain this.
Okay, so I'm not gonna. So before that, we got the She-Hulk trailer. That actually is still part of phase 4. And I'm wondering, did you guys want to discuss that since they released the new trailer?
No.
Or you guys basically just
we talked
I
about.
breezed past it because I would rather have talked about Wakanda Forever. I think the shows at this point, we don't really need to go too deep into it.
Well, the reason I wanted to bring it up because it's going to establish something later on that is going that they brought up at the show today.
Sure, go
and
ahead.
That is Daredevil. But
Thank you. You're talking. We're going to talk about Daredevil anyways, and you're going to talk to me about She-Hulk, so we could talk about Daredevil.
Well, no. My point to the whole thing is it's a link to what's going to be in the phase 5. So,
well, they're both lawyers, so he's Matt Murdock's going to be in the show.
So we'll get back to that, but I just wanted to establish that if you've seen the trailer, you clearly know what's going on there. So that she will be the last series for phase 4, and then Quantumania will go into phase 5. That's pretty much what kind of stuff. So
Quantumania starts phase 5.
Mhm.
It's the most awkward transition to another phase, I think, that we've
because there was no cataclysmic event.
I mean, there wasn't after phase 2 either.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't Ultron technically?
But that wasn't really.
No, it ended on Ant-Man.
Was it? Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it did. Yeah, because I remember Ultron happened, but it didn't end on Ultron. That was the problem.
Yeah, it ended on Ant-Man.
Well, so here's my thing. If you don't mind me jumping in, we didn't get no trailer for Quantumania, but there was a lot of people talking about what happens in it because they did show a clip or a semi-trailer of Quantumania at the Comiccon. And there were some things revealed, which I'll get to it when if you guys aren't already aware that were in the trailer for characters that we're going to get. I will say Quantumania is really going to go bizarre, and it's because of one character that was revealed in the trailer. And I hate that we didn't get anything else. The general public doesn't get anything outside of what people talked about and saw in this clip. So I don't know how much you guys know, but I'll fill in as you go along and everything. So that's the reason I wanted to bring up that there is footage out there that they put out there for the people that paid at Comic-Con, and all we have is the information on what they saw. So,
all right. So the next thing is Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Oh, I thought you were just going to move on. Okay. Well, we got MODOK. We're getting MODOK.
No, we're not.
Yeah, no, it's in there.
How do you know?
How do you know?
The people that saw there actually reported it instead.
Yeah, but they could say whatever they want. Most like
if there's no footage, I'm not saying he's not in it, but if there's no footage, then I'm not believing.
I'm not believing it. My theory, I'll be honest. I know who you're talking about, and it's Bill Murray. Bill Murray is confirmed to be in Ant-Man 3, but most likely he's going to be playing that Doc Elias something. I forgot his name. The guy who steals the aging right.
You're referring to what happened in IGN. IGN falsely reported that and actually admitted they did. Someone typed in a Twitter, because I had 2 Twitter accounts going. Both of them reported they saw MODOK. But what happened with IGN was MODOK, they said MODOK, Bill Murray in the same sentence. And they said they saw Bill Murray in the Quantumania area, and they saw MODOK. And the guy that reported it and said it on IGN accidentally said, "Oh, Bill Murray is MODOK." He's like, "No, Bill Murray's in the scene, so is MODOK."
We'll say it here, and we'll call it speculative because until there's evidence, we'll say that there's a possibility he could be in the movie.
Well, let me just put this out there. The reason I do believe it is because I literally was scrolling through 2 Twitters at the time of the live event, and both of them at the same time, 2 different people from 2 different companies, both said they saw MODOK on the clip, and they both freaked out. Oh my God, MODOK!
And that's fine, but until there's evidence,
okay.
And usually, what people do is they post like camera phone pictures with that.
Well, they were, but none of the clips of even the trailer.
It's fine though. Like he could be in the movie, right? But I don't want to sit here and
speculate
with
for an hour.
saying yes, he's in the movie, and we don't actually know. But I'm okay with saying yes. There's a chance he could be in the movie. That's fine.
Well, if
Let's
he
move
is,
on.
I'm excited. That's
I'm
what
not gonna.
saying.
I'm not gonna come out here and give you guys on YouTube and say yes, we know for sure we have evidence because
We
we
don't.
don't. But there's a possibility, and Putty brings a good point. People are saying it, so that means there's probably
it's
a really good
Guardians. There was
chance, right?
actually footage of Guardians too, but no one got any of that footage either. Like they showed clips of both Guardians and Ant-Man, but no one put any kind of pictures out. And I'm like, well, why is everyone that was there saying it's happened, but no one put the footage out? And I think it's because they actually said that someone got their phone taken away because they were literally doing that stuff. And I think Marvel's being way
It's illegal
more...
to confiscate someone's phone unless there's unless the police have
I don't know. That's why I'm just saying when I saw
no, they can make you check phones.
You can check phones, but they can't confiscate your phone.
That could have been what it was, though. They could have made everyone check phones.
No,
they know it doesn't really matter. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Let's not dwell on this. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's not dwell on this.
That's all.
Let's go to Secret Wars.
I'm excited for Quantumania.
Yeah, Hulkamania, brother.
Hulkamania. Are you talking about Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion. I'm also not. I don't really care.
Well, this is
not a fan of the Skrulls.
It's not really that. It's just I don't need it at this point. You're shoehorning in a story you should have told us when Captain Marvel came out.
Well, here's my thing. They were already talking about because Colby's there. What's her name that plays Maria Hill? I can't think of her
Colby Smulders.
I couldn't think of her name right now.
And Scully.
She was actually there and everything, and a lot of people were talking about online and everything. And again, I agree with it. Secret Invasion is a perfect opportunity to really put a lot of the Skrulls in there to lead into what's going to be at the end of Phase 6 when we get there. And so, again, it leaves a lot of options to be able to fix and break a lot of things that are going to happen. So I feel like Secret Invasion, even though we're kind of skimming through it, is going to have a big impact on what's going to happen.
I still think the Captain Marvel that we got at the end of Ms. Marvel's a Skrull.
I agree.
Well. It could be, but that's what my point is. I feel like Secret Invasion.
No, I think it's from another universe. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Continue.
But my point is, I think because you got to think. No, look at Far From Home, Spider-Man. You know how that ended with the Skrulls and everything. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Far From Home. But that's my whole point. I think that's been their clues to say we're doing the Skrull thing, and Secret Invasion is going to have a big part to how the next two phases are going to end up. And that's also because of another character that was in Loki that, again, is getting his own movie. But we'll get to that when we get to that point as well.
Okay, so I'm not going to tell you, no, it's not going to have a big impact. I mean, like, I don't think anybody's, it's just one of those shows. But I now that I think about it, it's a good way to establish S.H.I.E.L.D. because you did have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but nobody friggin' watched it. So,
yeah, right. Yep.
So you established a lot for nothing, and now none of it's really canon. So I think this is a good way to establish the governmenting aspect of the Marvel
universe. Especially since you're bringing Nick Fury back.
Maybe, so, So I could see some possibilities for that. It's nice for Maria Hill to get some actual
screen
time, yeah. Okay, so then next you have Guardians.
Yes.
3. Excited, yes. I liked both other movies. I think the second one is overrated.
Now, I will say we did get screenshots of a character that's going to be in this movie, which is the what's his name again?
Adam Warlock.
No, Adam Warlock I already knew because of Phase 2, but he was actually in character there. It's actually the High Evolutionary. The High Evolutionary is in this. I can't say the name. I can't spell the actor's name. Truly Woody. I know I'm messing up.
Trudy Woody is in this movie.
But he actually came in outfit, and there's imagery online.
Okay, so JD, who's Trudy Woody?
I have no idea. Isn't it the Chuli's gum guy?
Nice.
CHUKWUDI. He's an actor.
Wait, you're telling us the actor's name is Trudy Woody?
I'm going to send you the thing, and you can try to read it yourself.
Okay, well, I'm just going to move on because this is not information that we need.
But no, this is literally part of Guardians of the Galaxy. He is going to be like the main villain of it. And I just sent in the Discord the picture of the guy dressed as the character, and I can't think of the actor's name. Try to pronounce that for me. Tell me if you guys.
I don't know. JD, look at it. I can't look at it. You sidetracked my whole show to talk about Chudy Woody.
Well, no, it's Guardians it's part of Guardians. You brought up Guardians.
Yeah, it's Chukwudi Iwuji. Like literally. CHUKWDIIWUJI.
Yeah, not Chudy Woody.
Well, I mean,
Listen, Judge Judy. We're moving on from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Judge Judy.
Does anybody care about Guardians of the Galaxy here?
I care, but I mean,
yeah.
it's going to be a fun movie. It's gonna be along the same lines of Love and Thunder, I think.
Yeah, and it's actually going to have. Apparently, they're going to show Rocket's backstory. So there's going to be a young Rocket, which it's going to sell a lot of merchandise. This character, which
Judy Woody.
Yeah, Judy Woody.
Chili's gum.
And then of course, Adam Warlock is going to be in this as well. So there's a lot of big name characters in the Marvel Universe that are going to be coming into this, and this also could be a link to a new species, again. So I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, yeah, I'm excited for this. We haven't really experienced a lot of Guardians, like outside of Zoe Saldana. So I mean, in between Guardians 2 and now, right? It's been like they haven't really been much of a thing.
Yeah.
Mostly James Gunn literally said at Comiccon today that he said there's some people are going to live, some people are not.
Oh,
and
I hope a lot of them are not.
And he said this is the last run of these Guardians.
I'll tell you who's going to survive. I'll tell you who's going to survive. Rocket, Peter Quill, Groot, and Mantis. Everyone else is going to die.
But here's the problem. He said this is going to be the last run of this Guardian.
Yes, of this team of Guardians. Doesn't mean they're all not going to be
It's
there.
already a different team with Nebula and Mantis there.
Well, no, I get it, but I'm saying the way he's stating it, it sounds like the way they're setting it up is it's going to be one of those other teams that was going to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy that they've been.
What's another team? Name me another Guardians.
The
team.
one that what's his name?
That
Stallone? Yeah, the one with Stallone, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like they could even make a new Guardians altogether. The way he's saying
King Shark is going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, sure.
He already was. He was in the second one.
If anything, they're gonna introduce Nova, and they're gonna take out Batista's gone for sure.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna kill off Nebula.
Yeah,
Mantis is like a fan favorite, and so is Rocket. So they're both staying. Groot, they're not gonna kill you because Groot already died and came back.
Well, again, like I said, it's just
maybe Peter Quill will die.
They made a pretty big presentation on that whole situation tonight.
Yeah, so it's like when he told us no one's safe in Suicide Squad, and everyone died in the first 2 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing is Echo. I don't have any investment in this. I'm gonna watch it. Okay, all Marvel things I'm gonna watch, and I'm probably gonna like it.
Yeah.
But I don't have any investment in this, and other than the fact that of maybe getting to see more of Kingpin storyline, I don't really care about this. I'm moving on. I'm not even letting you guys tell me how you feel. Loki Season 2, we're not even going to talk about that. We like the first season. We're going to like the second season. There's not much information out for it yet, so we're going to continue on.
The guy you're talking about, the Chudy Woody, he was the agent with the butterfly and Peacemaker.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I like him.
We've established that.
Yeah.
Research.
Anyways, the Marvels. I am mildly excited now at this point.
Yeah.
There's excitement building. I like to see where it's going to go.
I'm interested, but again, at the same time, I'm more interested on what they're going to do with it. Basically,
yeah, that's all you got to be interested.
It's not really based on any characters, to be honest with you. It's just more of like what the story is going to be. I have no investment in any of these characters, unfortunately, and it's nothing against any of them. I just don't. So
I mean, I do now. I'm pretty invested in Kamala Khan. I think.
See, it's the opposite for me, but that's fine. I'm nothing. It's a good character, but yeah, I just didn't.
You're American, we get it. From the South.
How's that got to be American? Now, why you got to bring American into it?
Because you're from the South, we get it. Anyways, yeah. So I like Maria Rambo's daughter, whatever the hell her first name is. I don't remember. Monica.
Yeah, Monica.
And I like Kamala Khan. I love Captain Marvel in the comic books.
I did too. Yeah.
So let's see what we could do with that. The next thing coming out after that is Blade.
I'm excited for Blade.
Yeah, I don't think you could not be excited for Blade. You have Mahershala Ali and in Blade.
And we'll see. The thing is, this is another thing they were talking about too. Is what's it called? There's a Marvel series, like a horror series out there that potentially they're saying could be what the series that's coming on Disney Plus, because we already have Radar on Disney Plus. They literally just added Deadpool 1 and 2 and Logan. So we now have Radar on Disney Plus outside of, what you guys have in Canada. The States now has Radar. It didn't have Radar this whole time. We have it now. And I think that's where the Blade could even possibly fit in. They're going to go for the darker approach, and that's kind of where Multiverse of Madness went. But I think they're going to get into a more darker area, and that's going to be the other side of the Marvel universe.
I don't think there's going to be an R-rated movie in the MCU.
I'm gonna.
Well, there is
disagree.
Deadpool 3 is already going to be.
I don't. Whether it's rated R or not, I don't think it's going to be darker. I think it's just going to be a really bloody action movie. I don't think it's going to go for like a dark.
A fun vampire jaunt.
I think it's going to be like the other Blade movies, where it's going to be about like horror elements, but the movie's going to be like a super action movie where it's just like blood flying everywhere. Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be.
I mean, again, we'll just see that we have nothing to go by except for
that's
the
true.
actress.
This is all speculative, right? Just like
exactly.
MODOK.
The only reason there was a connection. The only reason there was a connection is because they did say there's a horror special coming out, just like the Christmas special, and so that could lead into the Blade because they're talking a lot of rumors. So
MODOK being in the universe, actually, when I think about it, could be possible, and I don't want to hear anything else anyone has to say. I'm just saying this because they canceled the TV show, and that could be so people don't confuse the cartoonish dumb show, which I liked. I'm just saying that character of MODOK with the new MODOK that's coming out. That could be why they canceled it. Anyways, Ironheart. I'm not a big fan of the Ironheart character. I never really liked the comics. I don't remember her being part of Wakanda.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, I think that's something
that's just an MCU thing.
Yeah, I think that's just an MCU thing because I haven't read much of the Ironheart comics. I'm not going to just say, but it's one of those comics where I picked up one issue here and there or read it on Marvel Unlimited when I was there, just because I had piqued my interest. But I've never had a chance to actually go through the series and actually comb through it like any other series in my life, especially with mutants.
Wasn't she more connected? I think that's where the Kang connection and Iron Man connection come in, because she was more connected to Kang and Iron Man, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, so that's where I was actually. Thank you for saying that, JD, because that's actually what I was going to do next. Is because there's a lot of Kang elements that we're going into, and we'll be getting into later. But Quantumania had it's got Kang in it. Loki has Kang in it, and we're going to have Loki Season 2. It's all leading up to something that we're going to talk about later. But I feel like that you're exactly right, JD. I feel like the Kang connection is what's going to help Ironheart push their story.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch all of these shows. This is just one of the ones that this is, of all of those things we've named, I have the least emotional or any sort of connection with comic book wise.
Yeah.
I don't really care to see Secret Wars or Echo, but I actually know about those characters. Where Ironheart was I tried reading it and I would rather have regular Iron Man.
I get it.
Yeah. Bendis was just trying something new with that.
Yeah, and it's not that the character's bad. It's that I just didn't like the writing for the comic, right? Anyways, moving on. I'm actually excited for this, Agatha. I Covenant Chaos, I think it is, or Covenant Chaos.
They changed the name and everything.
I'm excited.
I am too. My thing is I know in other countries they hate the whole double thing, but are we finally going to get Mephisto, or are we just ignoring the Mephisto thing and just keeping it?
This could be the point where you actually get it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, didn't they say speculation once again? But didn't they say Sean Bean may be appearing as a villain?
He would be a good Mephisto, I think. I mean,
but he would have to die because Sean Bean
dies and everything. Yes, agreed.
So I'm excited about it. I already know somebody that's going to be watching this that's going to be just as excited for it and everything. But and he definitely wants to make sure.
I hope they never show Scarlet Witch once.
They will never show Scarlet Witch in this whole series.
He's all over about it. He's like, oh, she's going to get her trilogy and it's going to be better than Deadpool. I'm like, all right, whatever. Enjoy it, because I don't think
there will be no. Wanda Maximoff.
There's going to be a Wanda trilogy. There's not even one show yet.
I've already said that to him. I said there's not even one movie.
WandaVision doesn't count because it's a show.
I told him there's not going to be a Scarlet Witch movie and there's not going to be a trilogy. And he's like, yeah, it's going to happen before Deadpool and it's going to be better than Deadpool. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I don't know. Deadpool 1 and 2 are pretty decent superhero movies. To just be like, I'm going to make 2 new movies and they're both going to be better than Deadpool. I'm not trying to call him out. I'm just saying in general, it would be hard for Marvel to pull off 2 Scarlet Witch of all character movies to be better than both.
I don't want to go deep lore into this, but me and him have this whole thing where he's like, he's not happy Deadpool's coming to the MCU. I'm like, it's happening. You have to live with this. Deadpool Ryan Reynolds is probably going to be the only thing that's going to move over literally from Fox Universe to the MCU, and you have to live with that fact. And he's like, no, it's not. And I go, yeah, it is.
I'll take it. Why not? I don't want to recast. Anyways,
exactly.
moving on. Agatha all along. I think we're all okay with that.
Agatha all along.
So this is what I'm excited for. Daredevil,
Yes.
Born Again. It's been announced he's going to get how many? 28.
18.
How many episodes?
18 episodes. And they are bringing back Kingpin. It will be connected to She-Hulk in some way, even though that's a little bit odd. But still,
and
Echo, yes, it's going to connect to Echo, and it's.
I think that's why it's so long, and I think this is legitimately going to be 18 weeks of releases to keep people going.
Oh, I'm down. I'll be reviewing every freaking. So excited.
I hope so. I just hope it keeps the grittiness. It doesn't have to be as dark, but I hope it keeps the grittiness of it.
I think they realize
one thing that the Netflix series lacked that I hope they do is not enough Daredevil in costume. I got sick of the bandana.
I agree, but I think they will, because especially if you see the end of the She-Hulk trailer and everything, I think that's going to happen now.
I want to see yellow Daredevil.
Ooh, that would be amazing. Yellow and red. Ooh, that would be amazing.
I would like to see him have all of his suits. Because I heard they're gonna use the black suit.
Well, that's actually
like the modern styling, like his red suit but black.
Go look at, if you watch the end of the She-Hulk, it looks like it's that version, and that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's probably why I heard that. That would make a lot of sense.
But again, the whole situation is this is good. There's a lot of connections. This even connects back to Hawkeye too, because of Kingpin. There's so much layers.
I'm really surprised they didn't announce a second season of Hawkeye, because that's a really easy show to have made a second season.
But I think that's the reason why. I think Daredevil's going to be that tipping point to, like, because Daredevil's much more.
Do you think?
I think Daredevil's going to cross over all those. With
that's what
Hawkeye,
I was just going to say.
Echo,
every foot level soldier or foot level character,
street level.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're probably going to reintroduce a different Elektra.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Spider-Man.
That would be amazing. But again, that's
or Punisher.
And John Bernthal is signed. So
that's right there is a big draw in. I think that because I think they made a point to do this.
Daredevil and Doctor Strange defenders.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because the whole Deadpool drop and the Logan drop on Disney Plus. I think what they're trying to establish here is we are trying to go for a more adult thing. And even though we're not going to make them radar, I'm not trying to say radar. I'm just talking about adult way. Is that Hawkeye was a lean into that, but now because of Daredevil, we're going to have more of the stuff we had on Netflix. And that's what I think. I think they realized how successful that stuff was, and that we can have that without it really messing up the MCU, but still be in the MCU, if that makes sense.
So okay, next we have Captain America: New World Order.
Too sweet.
I'm so excited.
And this again,
you're gonna definitely get the addition here of like AIM or something like that, one of those big organizations, because I don't think they're gonna do Hydra again, and they can't do Flag Smashers again.
But do you think we might get a agent God, I forget his name now, US agent? Do you think we're gonna get that connection?
He's not coming back until Thunderbolts.
Well, the reason I said that's a prime example right there. Here's my thing. They've been saying the Disney Plus series really connect, and I know that a lot of people, especially around the people I talk to, they always want to connect like WandaVision, but you guys are the ones that right there that understood how important Falcon and Winter Soldier was, and now we're starting to see Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier have those crosses into, again, the bigger world of the MCU, where it's more of the grounded, more realistic stuff, and that actually always worked in my eyes more in the MCU than anything else. Am I right?
So my issue that I think I have with MCU in comparison to like DC stuff, not quality wise, but everyone in DC was doing their own individual thing, where it wasn't leading anywhere. It was just telling you that story, where Marvel seemed to have this thing for the whole time until the modern movies, or when they started doing the TV shows, we'll say, where everything led to something. Everything meant something else, where now we're starting to get where they're breaking off and fighting their own crime on their own. They're getting invested in their own storylines that don't necessarily need to mean anything in this universe. So you have Hawkeye, Daredevil, and their whole thing is they're trying to stop the Kingpin's thing. Echo's
Yeah.
going to be there too. Jessica Jones is eventually going to come,
Mhm.
maybe the Punisher, and maybe after each one of them has their own individual situation, then they team up and we get Defenders or something,
that's-
right?
And this is exactly what I said on one of your videos over a year ago. We had the roots. The Infinity War was the trunk, and now we're starting to get all the branches spreading out again.
Yeah, we're going away from crossover storylines
Mhm.
to like its own thing,
But-
where they still go over each other.
Yeah,
but
they can still
don't-
overlap, but we're not going to get that huge Infinity War type team up.
Well, they already said that's not happening.
But
so.
see, but that's the reason why I want to establish one thing, because I know someone else loves their WandaVision, but I felt WandaVision was more self-contained.
He's talking about you, Bryson.
Yeah, I'm talking
He's
about you,
talking
Bryson.
about you.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. Anyway,
Even
But
I know, and I never met you. So
yeah, I know. So anyway, but that established the whole sorcery world. It's fine. We're happy with that. But what they don't understand is there's way more roots when it comes to Falcon and Winter Soldier, even connecting to Hawkeye, even connecting Daredevil, because you're now starting to see that where you just said to yourself, there's the roots, there's the trunk. We're getting exactly what we were seeing in the Infinity War, but we're seeing it in the Disney Plus series. And we're starting to see where they're starting to be like, oh, now I see why they had to establish that, like the Kingpin Hawkeye, why Echo and Hawkeye, like why these were established, because they were bringing in stuff like Daredevil from Netflix. They were bringing in stuff like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier into the new Captain America. And it's going to be the more self-contained stuff, while at the same time we have all the stuff in Quantumania connects to stuff with Doctor Strange, the more mystical side. It's two worlds that have their own thing going on that will come together to what will eventually be the last movie in phase 6. And so I don't know if anyone's seeing this, because they're so, oh, I love this one thing, I love this other thing, and they're not realizing that there's a reason why some of these shows and movies are more grounded or in a different situation, and they may not connect right now because they're going to connect later. So
Okay,
anyway.
that's fair. So I don't have anything else but Putty. So I'm gonna let you. This what's the end of phase 4?
Okay, so the end of phase 4 is going to be a Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
And
okay?
then what's the end of phase 5?
End of phase 5 is going to be the you just said the name earlier and I just forgot the name of it.
Too sweet.
No, not Too Sweet.
Captain America?
No, not Captain America. Crap, I'm having a brain fart now. Frick, I'm looking for it right now. I just had it in my thing and I lost.
All right, guys, and that's all the time we have.
No. Okay, the movie with Okay, anyway, phase 5. Okay, phase 5 is going to end with frick.
You just had it open. What the hell were you doing?
We've been
The only movies they have
guy.
announced are Blade, Marvel. After that, it's Blade, Marvel, Guardians, and NWO.
No. There's in between.
Okay, well, anyways, so what's coming out after those movies then?
Okay, so after that, once we get into phase 6, because phase 5 is going to end with one movie, and I forgot the name of it right
Okay,
now.
but what
America?
starts phase 6? Hold on. What starts phase 6?
Phase 6 is started by Fantastic Four.
Did they announce that?
So
though?
then Captain
Yeah,
America
they
is the
did.
end of phase 5. If it's
They
not.
announced
No.
Fantastic.
No, Captain America is not the end of phase 5. They announced it at the thing today. The end of phase 5 is Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is the end of phase 5.
We never
So
mentioned.
if Thunderbolts is not even on the timeline, how is Captain America not the last?
They've already shown the poster, and they already.
Okay,
they already
so after Captain America is Thunderbolts.
yes,
That's
there's
what I'm asking you.
Yes.
You're telling me no.
I
Now,
couldn't remember
how
the
they
name.
gonna recast Red Hulk?
They're
I don't
not.
know.
They're
But
just going to skip the
they
character.
literally said at Comiccon today, Thunderbolts will end phase 5. We'll go into phase 6 with Fantastic Four, and then they said phase 6 they've only announced 2 things, and those 2 things are
Fantastic
Avengers.
Four.
Well, Fantastic Four starts off phase 6. Then we're going to end phase 6, and I have it here, but I'm trying to get the full screen of it.
We're going to end it. Just what else is coming out in phase
Okay,
6? I don't
in
need to know
phase
what
6,
ends in.
around on May 2nd, 2025, we're going to get Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Then November 7th, it's going to end November 7th, 2025, which will end phase 6, will be Avengers: Secret Wars.
All right, so that's what we know so far.
That's all we know. I'll send you
Speculative.
no, this is literally
Speculative.
I've got the screenshots.
Speculative, yeah.
Speculative. So, buddy, this is our new word. It's just so good.
I love how you say speculative, but literally, I'm about to send you a picture
Objection.
of next thing. Well, look, it's literally it's
Yeah,
Kevin Feige standing in front of the stage and everything. With
Yeah,
him,
Kevin Feige's a liar. We know that. So, anyways, those are all the movies coming
And
out.
so is Henry Rollins.
Let us know what you're most excited for, and like, comment, subscribe. Go check out their channels, and peace out.